basketball when they've added Buddy Hield and replaced Clay. Buddy Hield is actually playing defense for like one of the first times in his career. He has
Buddy Hield.
Dude, he has the motivation to play defense now, and he's always shot the ball so damn well. So I think that it's going to be, I think that addition's a lot bigger than what people give anything credit for.
Yeah.
My pick tonight is Warriors. I think they're hand Cleveland the first losses.
All right, welcome everybody. A good laugh every time I watch that video now. So, hey, playoff edition, guys. We got Trey on the move. Everybody's here, so let's go.
You know, my favorite thing about that intro video, besides the Buddy Hield talk, is the mustache.
Yeah,
the mustache is can't get over it.
It's gold.
I prefer that hair. You know, that hairstyle. That's the sophisticated Trey.
We're not gonna roll with that too much. I'll just tell you that much right now.
I feel you. Hey, at least you still have enough hair you can pull something else off. You know.
Well,
very true.
Tommy can do pretty much anything. Josh is chose to go the clean route, and there's at some point I'm going to do that in my future too. But hey, here we are. So
sometimes you just gotta let it go, man.
We got some playing games left. We got first round, so we're just gonna roll through some. Well, I guess we got to celebrate Trey first.
Man.
First annual winner of the Broker
Congrats.
NBA Pick'em.
Trey, give us a quick 60 to 90 second just winner speech here.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, I feel like I got to thank all the people that made this possible. I think it goes all the way back to my dad for getting me in the game when I was young. Just a love for the game. It's what it's all about. I mean, there's a true joy in seeing that round ball go in the hole, and just really thankful for all that my dad did for me in that. I got to shout out to some of my early coaches, to Neil, my little league coach, the first championship I won with him. My dad, the first year he didn't coach me, that was pretty crazy. We won the championship there. My high school coach, Bud Lathrop, won 955 games in the state of Missouri, the winningest coach ever in the state of Missouri. Got to work under his tutelage, and then went to his alma mater, William Jewell College. Got to play there for the legendary Larry Holly, who also won over 900 games in college, and really just set the foundation for me being able to know the game, understand the game, and make these picks in a way that I did. My goal after a rough start to the year on all of our parts was to get to 60% prediction rate. I knew that if I got to that, I had a great shot at winning. If you look at my rate, I got to 60.58, I think, or 61.2. So hit my goals. Very excited for this first year, coming out of the gate strong, pulling out the victory, and most importantly, really feeling like the competition was stiff, to come out on top of this competition, this group with Josh Lyles, who just, watches all the games in the world. Tommy, the Chicago Bulls fan that, can't get out of his own way from time to time. And of course, Kale, who's just in the mix with his son right now, just watching basketball, playing all the time. This is a special moment. Big thanks to my wife for the support that she gave this season. My kids, the sacrifices they made for me, doing research at night, watching games late, taking a little time away from the family. Really appreciate their support in making this possible. It's really for them. It's all about them.
Trey, you're amazing. That's so awesome. What else you guys got to add to that? That's hard to follow up.
The Bulls lost.
Yeah.
It's almost like I've been planning that speech my whole life. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like it just kind of came out. I was just, the moment was there. I had to take it. So
yeah. And our last week, Nerf. So shout out to Nerf. He won the week.
Nerf, dude, I'm glad Nerf doesn't play every week. We might have a different winner if he was playing every week.
He'd be at 80%.
Yeah, he won a lot of weeks. So I think next year he's got to be the I don't know if he's the clubhouse favorite, but he's definitely up there in the mix for the championship next year. And if the three other of us can actually remember to put our picks in every week, that would help too.
Be dangerous.
Yeah, I feel like I got a little help. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mention that in the speech, but I do feel like I got a little bit of help from you guys.
It's all good. Hey, showing up's the major part of the
sometimes
victory,
your
right?
best ability is availability. I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna be quick today because I got a jet at 9:30, but playing game. So anything that you guys want to chat about on the first playing games, what you saw, other than the Bulls lost and didn't even show up? We already know that. Anything else you guys show up in those games?
Yeah,
Still
Tommy,
didn't show up.
do you want to break down that game for
No,
us really
I
quick?
don't want to break down that game. I don't want to go. I don't want to take this. I don't want to beat Trey and take over the show and be mad about this game. But you know what? I'm really pissed, guys. I'm going to breathe and just say they lost. They didn't show up. Next year's a new season. That's it. That's all I've got.
Already looking forward. See, this is the Tommy that I love. Already
Yeah.
looking forward. You know what?
This is a good year. We got Jimmy Buckets in the playoffs. We're rooting for him. That's all we got. That's all we got going for us, boys.
And when was the last time the Bulls won a playoff series?
At home, 2015 was the last time we even won a game. A game at home. We have not won a playoff game at home. This is 2015 when Derrick Rose hit the shot over Cleveland.
10 years ago.
It's tough. It's tough.
If there's any doubt,
just 9 years, Josh, and some change. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It's 10 years. It's 10
9
years.
years.
We're 1 month away from 10 years.
I am a Bulls fan who believes that our championships were just a few years ago, but that shot was not 10 years ago.
you got to give Jerry Reinsdorf and Krause credit for the team that they built. But if there's any question as to why the Bulls were a dynasty, whether it was the ownership, the front office, the organization, or whether it was Michael Jordan and crew, that's put to rest. It's been 30 years, pretty much, almost 30 years, and they haven't done jack squat for the most part. I think the Patriots might have the same fate. I think we'll look back at the Patriots in 20 years, and I mean, they haven't done anything in the last 5 years, and nothing's changed except Tom Brady left.
Yep.
They're making some moves. They're going
to say that for the next 20 years, Josh. They're going to say that for the next 20. We're making moves.
Here comes the apologist and Josh.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna say you're not like they're not gonna do anything, but they're not in the. Yeah, never mind. This is not an NFL show. Let's keep moving.
So good.
Oh man!
Hey, speaking of Jimmy Buckets, dude, the Warriors really laid it on that first game. Both him and Curry. I mean, Josh, you had to like seeing that.
Loved it, man. Dude, it's so crazy, man, with playoff Jimmy. Like it's I was messing with two of my friends because we were all texting, and one of them, brought up playoff Jimmy, and they try to give all these other guys, Paul George and whoever. One of my friends was trying to say, "Oh, playoff hero," and I'm just like, dude, nobody actually deserves that nickname except for Jimmy Butler because
playoff hero.
the guy, which hero balled out the other day.
Yeah, but that's funny though. That's pretty funny. Give it a little more time. Maybe you can say that. We're not quite there yet.
My bad, Tommy. I just realized that one probably stung a little bit too because I forgot they played the
Dig
Bulls.
it in. Dig it in, man.
They didn't even
show up.
I genuinely forgot. I genuinely forgot they played the Bulls, but he did start off like 8 for 8 and 3 for 3 from 3.
He cooked.
Yeah, he started off hot. But that's the thing, man. Like we don't really know how good the Warriors are going to be because Jimmy's been passive, and then he comes out in this game that's a must-win game, and he's got 21 in the first half, and just like he's got that look in his eyes, dude. Like him and Steph just have this killer.
They have this
instinct.
chemistry, man. Too. They have this just natural chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't even think that they really got the lift that the guy Moody played okay. Pods didn't play good in that game at all. He was kind of almost non-existent. But dude, Steph, man, like, gosh, that guy is so good. It's unbelievable down with 5 minutes left in the game, just how automatic that guy is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I know everybody talks about how cold-blooded Jordan is, but like this guy literally is so accurate down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Killer. And it's fun to watch, man. Like, I hate that the games are so late because, you're supposed to go to bed after the game, and then you're like, holy shit, just went through crazy ending experience because that game and the Clippers game were both tied at the end.
I wondered about that for you guys because I'm in bed watching the game and I'm on the West Coast.
It's rough.
Brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Could be better, but it's worth watching.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. I think I said it in our text group, but that one of the last threes where it's like pump fake, and then shoots it. I was like, dude, that is one pump fake is hard enough, but to reload
I know
for a third shot or for third time is crazy. So
awesome. The West is wide open. It'll be fun to talk through the predictions here. I know we got a shorter show, but I think let's roll through, talk some predictions here for at least the first round.
Yeah, so let's go play in game Heat Hawks. I think these will be quick ones. What do you got, Josh, since you're talking?
I got my Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young's going to put up 37. That's all I got.
So, Tommy,
Yeah, I'm taking Atlanta too. I'm betting with Josh. I think that Trey Young is going to go off, and I think it's going to be a fun game. I don't think the Heat are ready for what Trey Young is going to put on them.
Trey.
I am going to roll with the Heat.
I
All
knew it.
right.
Trigger
Yep.
Trey going with the Heat.
I'm rolling with the Heat. And the main reason I'm rolling with the Heat is because I think that there's something to be said about a little experience in coaching. And I'm just going to roll with that and see if that gets him through this first round. I don't know that it's going to get him through future rounds, but I think that's going to get him through this first round. I'm going to go that route.
Cool. I'm gonna go with the majority, make it the majority, and go with ATL as well, the Hawks.
Going to get an early lead here with this one. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, Mavs, Grizz. I'll start out since I just did last. I'm gonna
it's
go with the
tough.
Mavs. I'm gonna go with the Mavs on this one.
Oh,
I'm with you on that one, Kale. I just my answer to that is Anthony Davis. It's as simple as that. Zach Edey. I like Zach Edey. I think Zach Edey's eventually going to be really good, but he definitely got exposed against the Warriors. And I just don't think you can't underestimate what that guy can do offensively and defensively, Anthony Davis. So if Clay can give him 15, and if they can get PJ Washington or Dinwiddie to give them 15 to 20, like, they're going to win. So, and Jaw's hurt. That's another big X factor.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you on
All right.
that. I'm going Mavs as well. I think that, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Josh. From the moment that we went to Memphis and watched that game, I have just been on a downhill, like, spiral trend on the Grizz. They're just an imploding team right now overall.
The one thing I will say, Trey, is Desmond Bane looked wildly different against the Warriors than he did when you and I saw him in person.
That's true.
He
That
looked,
dude was
he
was
went off
absent.
against the Warriors.
He was absent when we were there. Like, it was pretty wild. It was not good. That's for sure.
Yep.
That is for sure.
I'm
Tommy?
going majority. I'm going Mavs.
Okay. Wow.
Shout out Nico.
I know. I thought for sure somebody would have gone with the Grizz, but hey, we're all.
I mean, I listen.
Really?
If this question was asked 2 months ago, I definitely would have gone Grizz, without a doubt.
If
But
this
I
question
just-
was asked before they blew up their team and fired their head coach, I still would have taken the Grizzlies, even on their downward trajectory.
It's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I might have done that as well, but I just it's
No,
hard
I
to
would've taken Mavs.
pick. Yeah, it's hard to pick a team like that.
That's tough.
I would have taken
Yeah.
Mavs if Mavs had Kyrie. Mavs in 5 with Kyrie.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
All right, so round one, we gotta pick the winners. And how many games do you think it's gonna go? We'll start
We
in
got
the
big
East.
games.
Yeah, like how many games? I mean, obviously that's a crapshoot, but that's just kind of fun to see where our thought process is. So Bucks Pacers is the first one I got.
Boy. Trey, you
Pacers.
go first. I know who you're
Pacers
picking.
and 6. Pacers and 6.
I was gonna say this, dude. I was saying the same thing, Tommy. I would go Pacers in 6. I'm in the same spot. I'd say 6 or 7. I don't think it's gonna be 5.
No.
I actually agree with you guys. I think Pacers in 6. One of my best friends I grew up with is a diehard Pacers fan, and he sent me this clip from, I forget whichever sports show. I think it's one of the Fox shows with Lou Williams and Chandler Parsons, and they all just pick the Bucks, and then Lou Williams kind of is just like, I'm gonna admit I haven't watched the Pacers, and it's like, guys, you can't, like, who cares about your predictions then if you actually haven't watched a specific team, you know? Like, look at what the Pacers did last year. They're healthier this year. And I don't think the Bucks are going to have Lillard. I know I saw a report he got off his blood thinner medication or whatever, but I mean, is he going to be in playoff shape? Probably not. So Pacers 6 too.
Man, I can't buck the trend because they don't have Lillard. I think if they had Lillard,
No pun
it'd be-
intended right there.
Right. I'm gonna do Pacers in 7 though. I think the Giannis is gonna show up and make them taking the length of the series. So, all right, I'm writing all this down too so that we can remember this.
Put me down Pacers in 5. I'm sorry.
Pacers in 5. Okay.
Yeah, put me down
Yeah.
Pacers in 5. I think that they're actually going to play Giannis really well, and I just
I
fourth
think
quarter
they'll play Giannis
Giannis.
well too. Yeah.
Fourth
See,
quarter Giannis.
I think
is a
they will
little
too, but
suspect.
here's what I'm saying. Giannis has experience in these moments to
Mhm.
bring out the best in the people around him. I think he can get to 6 games. That's what I think. I don't think he can win it with their current team, but I think he can.
Yeah.
Just the experience alone and the grit that he has, I think he will be madly disappointed if it's only a 5-game series. That's
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
think there's too
hell
much
yeah.
grit there for him.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah, 100%.
Clips, Nuggets. Whew, that's a tough one.
Nuggets in
I'll
7.
defer last on this one.
Nuggets in 7.
Okay, Nuggets
I'm
in
gonna
7.
I'm gonna make an emotional pick. I want to make an emotional pick. I don't do this very often, but I'm gonna make an emotional pick. I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
Mm.
And I'm gonna go with Clippers in. I'll probably go 7. I think this is a pretty even series overall. But I'm going to go with the Clippers because my boy T. Lue is coaching them, and I just want to see him have success. So I know that's totally irrational, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, Clippers in 7 for me.
Wow.
Baby, let's go, Josh. Let's go, Josh.
Yeah.
That's a
You
good
know,
pick.
you guys
That's a
know
good
me,
pick. That's a
man.
solid pick.
Kawhi Leonard.
I
I'm
know,
rolling with
see.
Yoke. Rolling with Yoke.
You
Yeah,
are rolling.
You know, for
I
me,
got to
Hope
stick with
you're right,
my
Josh.
guns.
you got to stick with what?
I got to stick with my guns. I was already wrong on the Suns. Tommy, I meant to congratulate you. Congrats on your early season prediction of the Phoenix Suns.
The major implosion.
Major implosion.
I hate that I was right about that, but
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I didn't expect them to be just an absolute culture disaster.
Yeah.
So good call on that one, but I'll go 1 for 2. I think we were right on the Kawhi Leonard train here.
All right. I'm gonna go with Tommy, but I'm gonna go Nugs in 6.
Ooh.
I like it. 6. Okay.
I like it.
All right.
I just
Hey,
feel
Kill, are
like
you writing this down?
I
I'm not
am.
writing
Yeah,
it down.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. Good.
All right, great.
Nobody
Good
else can read it, and hopefully I can read it in 2 weeks too. But I'm writing it down. No, I'll be able to read it. So yeah, Nugs in 6. I think Jokic is he's just Jokic. So all right. Pistons, Knicks. This one's tough too, man. Jeez.
that's tough. I'll go last. This is tough
I'm
one
gonna
for me.
I'm gonna say, man, I
This
really
is
like
tough.
Detroit, but I'm gonna say Knicks in 5. I really like Detroit. I'm gonna say
Dude.
Knicks in 5.
Yeah.
I was saying the exact same. My heart is like Detroit. Like I want to see Detroit.
I know. I want to
win,
say 6,
yeah,
but I just
Yeah.
can't.
I think I'm going to go Knicks in 6. I'm going to go Knicks in 6. I think it'll be a little more competitive.
Yeah.
But I
think it'll be
want
gritty.
Detroit to win. But yeah, man, these are hard.
I'm gonna go Knicks 5. I just think Brunson's back, right?
Yes.
I believe
He
so.
is now. How full strength he is, in the playoffs, we'll see. Because there's no hiding guys in the playoffs. So
Yeah. They're just deep though, man. I mean, they've got multiple guys there that can give you 20, 30. So that's the one thing about the Knicks, and it's literally from 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tommy?
I'm going to go Knicks in 6. I just don't think the Pistons have enough. With Jaden Ivey also potentially being out till early May, I just don't think they've got enough firepower. As much as I enjoyed the Pistons this year, and as a Bulls fan, as much as it is tough for me to choose the Knicks as well, I think the Knicks are just going to pull it out.
yeah.
All right. That's a clean sweep there. I guess the Pacers were too. So, all right. T-Wolves and Lakers.
It's another tough one.
I'll go first. Then.
I mean,
I'm going to go Lakers
I don't think
6.
it's tough.
Because I know that the Luka always has a game in the playoffs that he just doesn't show up. So I do 5, but I know he'll have a game that he's just going to not play defense at all.
Well, listen, that's when he was in Dallas, and he was he was the engine, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's the engine anymore. And so maybe there's somebody else that, maybe LeBron is going to, change that culture a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's certainly good enough to put up 5 good games early in the playoffs after having a little bit of rest here at the end of the season. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go Lakers in 5. I actually think they're going to get it done pretty quickly.
Okay.
I also think they understand that they're old older, especially with LeBron, and that the minimum games they can play is in their favor. So I think
Yeah.
they're going to be very motivated to get this one over with pretty quickly. But with Luka, his history, first playoff series for Lakers, you could be right, Cal.
We got some deep thought here.
I'm gonna go Lakers. 7 games.
Ooh.
I think Gage is going to be a factor.
Ooh,
I think
7.
I think Luke is going to not be able to show up in a couple of games. I think Gobert is going to be a factor. He's got a lot to prove in this series. And so does Ant. I think Ant's going to put up 50 points a night, and LeBron's going to be the only one guarding him. And honestly, I think that there's going to be a couple of standouts from Minnesota. I don't know who that is, but I think the team will show up, and I think that Anthony Edwards will still put up 50 points tonight.
Like every game,
I'm so
or just
torn
once?
on this one.
Every game.
Yeah,
I can
That's
tell.
bold.
I can see it.
Seven
Are you torn on
games.
the
50 points
games,
a night.
Josh? Or are you torn on the winner?
I'm actually torn on the winner. I think it's a
Ooh,
7-game
good
series
stuff.
no matter what. I think it's a 7-game series no matter what. But like to me, I mean, man, it's so hard to. I mean, Ant Edwards to me is that good offensively and defensively, and I think he's going to pick Luka apart. I'm a little bit nervous on the coaching side of this one because I don't. From what I recall last year, I feel like Minnesota did not. If I'm remembering correctly, I don't think that they did, for example, like the Warriors did to Luka the other night, where they just put him on an island
Mhm.
with Ant. It's like, dude, just get Luka on defense on an island and cook him. You can do it. He's too slow. So I'm gonna say Lakers and 7. I want to say T-Wolves, but I'm gonna say Lakers and 7, and that's because of coaching.
Hmm.
I probably already trust JJ Redick over Finch,
I agree
Yeah.
with
Sweet.
that. 100%.
All right,
but I don't think it'll be
Magic.
an easy series at all.
Yeah, Magic Celtics.
I
got
think this is
Celtics.
probably the yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Trey.
I'm just in between 4 and 5. I don't think it's a sweep. It's
Yeah.
hard to predict a sweep. I think it's Celtics and 5. But
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's what
surprised if it's 4. I'm gonna say 4.5. Can I say 4.5? I want
I
to
know,
put
I'm
in
saying-
those cams.
I'm same way. I'm gonna just say Celtics in 4.
Celtics in 5.
Okay.
This was the easiest one, I think, out of all of them. Unfortunately,
Agreed.
the Magic played well, but
I think I'm going to go
Yeah.
4 as well. I see a sweep.
I think the
So-
Magic could come off and win the first game. I think they could upset come out hot and just really have something to prove. And then
Mm.
I
think
Celtics
they'll win
can
like
pound him out.
I think they'll win a meaningless game 3 or 4. That's what I think. Probably a meaningless game.
That could be too.
I think Boston's
Maybe
way
3.
too deep for those guys, man.
Mhm.
I don't think that they've got like to win one of those games. They need somebody to pop off, in my opinion, for 35-40. And not to say Banchero can't do that, but Boston can just throw too many people at them. They're just so deep.
You're probably right. That's why I'm like in between the camps. But I just at the end of the day, a sweep is hard. I don't care who you are.
Sweep
A
is very hard.
Yeah, it's
No, they're not going to be an
I mean-
easy out. Magic are good.
Yeah, and a sweep. And I
Yeah.
mean, all these guys are professionals. A sweep is hard. I mean, it's like
Mhm.
you think about baseball series, you think about basketball series. Anytime it's more than just a one game situation, that's hard to sweep. I mean, 3-game series sometimes are hard to sweep. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of those either. So I don't think that it's impossible that the Magic play a really good game and the Celtics maybe have a down game. Maybe a bad shoot. I mean, you rely on the threes so much now. One bad shooting game, Magic gets hot, and a couple players. I mean, I just think it's so hard to sweep now.
It is.
Magic won 2 out of their 3 regular season series. I'm not going to count the third one. I think it was more 1-1. The last one was played on 4-9, right? And Magic or the Celtics had nothing to play
Fair
for,
enough.
so it was 1-1 for the regular season. One blowout for the Magic, one blowout for the Celtics. One
Right,
close
Kale.
game for the Magic.
We
Sorry,
got 4 minutes, dude. Let's go. Let's get through these.
let's wrap.
All right, we got Cavs versus basically the Heat or the Hawks. I went Cavs in 4. I'm going for
I think
another
Cavs.
sweep.
I think Cavs and
Cavs.
I'm going to go Cavs in 4. I think that's a very possible sweep.
Same,
that
Caps
good.
in 4.
Cavs in 4.
That was easy.
Wow, I'll pick the sweep.
OKC and the Mavs.
I think OKC in 5.
Yeah, that's what I did too. 5.
OKC in 4.
Oh, another sweep. Ooh, Tommy.
Queen
That's
sweep.
3 sweeps. Ooh. Josh.
We know who you're going
Your
with.
love,
so it's
your love
just
for
about a
Anthony
game.
Davis is clouding your judgment. right now.
I know
It's
I'm
off
just
the charts.
I'm questionable. I'm questionable on the Thunder, man. I'm very questionable on the Thunder.
Wow.
Really?
Mavs and seven. Mavs and seven.
Round?
Mavs and 7.
Oh,
Put me-
wow.
Put me down for Mavs and 7.
That's
you want
a
to throw
big
some
one.
money on that one too?
Roll back the tape.
I gotta wrap my head on that one.
I'll throw down $5 to win, 120.
Yeah, no shit. No kidding, right? Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Mavs
Oh,
and
man.
7. I'll
That's a-
explain
that's
my
a bold
reasoning.
pick.
I'll explain
a bold
my
pick.
reasoning for this in more detail at some point. But yeah, I just
Next Friday.
I don't.
You do it next Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
How?
awesome.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So since we got like 4 minutes left,
Warriors and 6.
oh, I missed one. Shoot.
You did miss one, yeah. Warriors and
Yeah.
6.
I thought you were just holding it on. I was holding it for the end. I thought that's what you're doing. A dramatic finish. So
Yeah,
I'm
Warriors
so,
and six.
again, man. This is another okay. This is another emotional pick. I feel like because even though Jimmy Buckets is playing well and you got Steph Curry, they have not really shown substantial, consistent effort throughout the season. But they're playing well now. I'm going to Warriors in 7.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be
I think
surprised if the Rockets won in 7.
I'm gonna go
going
Warriors
Warriors.
7.
This is
I
bad. I
think
should've
just
picked
too
the
much
Rockets.
experience. Tommy,
Hmm.
you gonna buck the trend and go with your
Um,
hometown Rockets or your
No,
your,
God, no,
I mean-
God, no. No, I think Jimmy Buckets is my guy.
I thought that's why you're wearing the
my-
hat. It's kind of emblematic of what you were going
Yeah.
for.
No,
theme.
I'm
I
going
don't know.
Warriors. I'm going Warriors in 6.
Oh man,
I
that's
really
bad.
like the Rockets. I think that I like Ime Udoka. I think he's a really good head coach, but
Wow, so-
I think Steph
So let's just
Curry.
throw this out there. Go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
No, keep going. Go, please.
I'm just saying.
Too much firepower.
So
Too much firepower.
Jo-
That's it.
Josh has down that the 1 and 2 in the West are going to be gone.
Yeah,
God.
I don't think anybody's that far and above. And I mean, in the East, it's easy.
I
but
mean,
no,
we did
nobody's
talk
that
about
far
the
and
West
above in
is
the West.
definitely
Yeah.
harder. But wow, 1 and 2 gone. Josh, I'm impressed. That's bold, my friend.
and
Yeah,
the
throw some
and
money
the
on that, see
floor
what
because of the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's just different. Look, like the Mavs actually have guys that have championship experience, and I just don't think you can
Didn't you take the
There's
Timberwolves too over the Lakers, or did you take the Lakers?
No, I said
We took
Lakers
the
in
Lakers.
7.
Okay.
But,
you were
but I
talking about
strictly did that due to
Timberwolves.
coaching. I'm strictly doing that
Yeah,
due to
yeah, yeah.
coaching.
You almost picked the the high 4 seeds on the West. That's great.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. It's like I do think coaching plays a factor in that 1 versus 8 in the West as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think there's a small factor there. I trust J Kidd. Like at the end of the day, they did well last year. I know it's a whole different team, but
Yeah.
you do have 2 championship guys on that team in Clay and AD. So just saying. And here's the thing. It's the playoffs. We are yet to see really what Shea can do in the playoffs. He's a very James Harden-esque type dude where he's just downhill, plays a lot on the free throw line and whatnot. Is he going to get those same calls?
Yes.
And you have Anthony Davis in the paint. You have Anthony
Don't
Davis,
talk.
Derek Lively,
Don't talk
and
about him that way. He'll get the calls.
I,
No,
we'll,
Listen, I think-
as much as I'll say that.
I think
I just turned into Josh and Kawhi Leonard there, but honestly, I agree with you. I don't think he'll get the calls in the playoffs. I think it's going to be really tough. I think
But
he'll struggle.
But if you want to compare him to Harden, I feel like he has a way better mentality than Harden has. I think he has a
But
way
Harden's a
better
better
mentality, and he's way.
agreed.
So I
I
think
agree
it matters
with
in playoffs. I think he'll adjust, he'll modify, he'll do what he has to do. I think he wants to win like crazy. I don't know. I tend to give him a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt than I would have James Harden in that situation.
Harden also had better shooters surrounding him, and Harden's a better shooter than Shea. I do agree with you that I think Shea's mentality is a little bit better.
Yeah.
And he's still, let's not say he's not a really great playmaker because he is,
He is.
but he is going to
He's
have to
totally
make
a good
plays. And
playmaker.
when you got to dish off to Lou Dort and
Yeah.
Aaron Wiggins and these guys, and you
This-
got to count on them to make plays for you.
This almost
And-
feels
and
like
Chet-
Ant
Chet-
early on in his playoff career. Like when Ant was
Yeah.
early on, he had to make some plays. We didn't really know what he's going to do. He had some big moments in the series, but you weren't quite sure. That's how I feel about this one. Very similar.
Yeah, and I don't think Chet Holmgren's there quite yet.
No.
But that's just personal opinion.
cool. I like this. This makes it more exciting to watch games tonight now.
Yeah, send that out. Put that out
No.
online. Put that out
Yeah.
online.
We need
Yeah, I
that
will.
out
I'll
there.
see. Get some
I
other
need a
people
website.
to,
Kale, spin up a website for this.
Spin up a website. There you go.
Spin up a new intro too, so we can stop talking about Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to get a new
The new intro has to have Josh's pick of the 1-8, the Mavs over. It's got to have that.
Oh
right.
no,
Gotta throw that in there.
that makes me nervous.
Clip it. Clip it.
Yeah, I'll clip
If
it.
the Mavs get swept, I'm gonna lose all
That needs
credibility.
to be the intro for next year too.
Yeah. No, my Phoenix Suns one probably should be the intro for next year.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's a fair
you
point.
said it, not me. I like
Or
it.
when you
That's right.
or when
Fair
you guys
point.
brought up DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Well, we got some material. We got some material to work with. That's for sure.
Awesome.
All
I
right,
got to
boys.
roll, guys.
Let's see how it
So I better
goes.
end
Yep.
it.
Good seeing you guys.
Good luck to you all
Yep. Good
Good luck.
luck.
on the regular
Yes,
season
sir.
champ.
Good luck.
Peace out.
See you guys.
See you guys.